Now we run into Barry.
How are you doing down here?
No idea. No idea how we got down here. No idea.
Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
What the hell? There's a big old light right there.
There's lights all over this place. It's so well lit compared to everywhere else in this game.
Then I'm gonna cover it. Let's hurry.
We're like a real-time, real lighting game, and you have a flashlight.
Like Silent Hill for Wii.
No, not like that at all. Like you actually have a flashlight.
That game
in
has
your
like
hand.
great flashlight.
For those who can't see, which is everyone, I'm looking forward, and I turn around with my flashlight like Scooby-Doo and like point it right in his face. How do you manage this in a video game? You gotta get the VR helmet, headset, so you can look in all directions.
So I just chose for Barry to go first, and I have no idea what the difference is if you choose to go first or second. He does kill this here.
Right.
So if I chose to go first, I might have had to kill that. I'm not sure. That was too close.
Instead of a game where you can eat your co-op players' partners.
Why?
Cannibalism. Like a game where you're starving and they don't tell you, but you could kill your partner or teammate and eat them.
Right?
Like it's like stuff in games where like you could just do it like in real life.
It just comes down to the whole thing of limitations. You can't do all that shit.
No, that's just like one extra thing you can add. I'm not saying add literally everything you can do. Just like survival game, you're lost on a mountain or something.
So I could kill Barry and eat him.
Plane crash. Yeah, you could kill Barry and eat him. They don't tell you that outright.
All
It's
right.
just something you could do.
All right.
Or you could go around and hunt for like snakes and bugs and shit, eat them, and then you're like, ew, that's gross. You look at Barry's butt, and like, the butt looks so tender.
I don't think Barry would have a very good butt.
Butt so juicy. And it like seems like it's going like a sexy way, but no, your character's actually hungry.
Just take a big old bite of that big old butt.
Who is this?
He's one of the other STARS members.
Are you alright, Enrico?
Enrico.
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor.
Someone's a traitor. Who is it?
Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Script.
He got shot.
Oh. What if he like burst a blood vessel or something? Isn't it kind of obviously Wesker?
There could be someone else. And like some of the other things are hinting that it might be Chris that's the traitor because he disappeared.
I remember in Blade 2 where they're like, oh, it's someone on the inside, and there's only 3 guys.
Three guys inside, and wasn't one of them dead at this point?
Blade and the old man, and they're talking amongst each other, and like, it's someone on the inside. The only other person is this new kid.
I think they might have been talking about the vampires.
Well, it was the new kid.
Oh yeah.
Pretty obvious.
I knew that kid was a traitor from the fucking beginning. Okay, we go back this way. Oh, I didn't show this off at all. Let's do that now.
What?
You can inspect items. We have 2 cranks. How can we tell them apart? We can check it. Boom. It's a hex crank.
And that gives you more detail on it.
Yeah, and you can inspect this one to see
Square crank.
square crank.
I like that. They should put that in things.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, like with the keys, they're all just called mansion key until you inspect them further, and it's like, oh, this is the armor key or this is the helmet key.
They should do it like in... Oh, you're turning that shit.
Yeah.
They should do it in like first-person games, using the Oculus Rift and the stem. No, because you got to pick up the
Should
items.
explain what those are to people for the audience.
Oh yeah, the Oculus Rift is the upcoming VR headset, which puts you in the game.
Being
You
worked
see
on by
shit,
John Carmack.
3D. John Carmack,
Rocket
who
Man.
did what?
Doom and shit.
Id Software.
Id.
He took a break or something from whatever he was doing
To work on
to
rockets.
actually go on the from that
Oh,
to
okay.
go on the team to actually work with the Oculus team on the VR headset just to make it as good as he can. and the stem, which is like, you know, Razor Hydra, that better than the Wii motion controller. It's basically the Razor Hydra 2, but it's called the 6th Sense stem, and it uses little packs, whatever, and they like, you can sense them. You can put some on your hands, your feet, whatever. And they just had a Kickstarter, and it's like kind of expensive. You might not want to get into that, but if you do, get into it. Get all the stem modules you can, and that's so like as better motion controls. 1-1 for real this time.
Yeah, they've been saying that forever.
But that combined with the Oculus Rift, you can like get in the game and actually grab stuff and whatever you want.
Get
it's
in
really
the
cool.
game, bro.
But anyways, use that and you like reach down, pick up an item like an LA Noir, and actually look at it closely.
All right, we're gonna have to put a pause on that conversation because I need to explain something. All right, so I have 2 rounds of that I'm gonna waste, so I can put in flame rounds because this boss we're about to fight on the official Resident Evil wiki.
Is this the spider?
This is the spider, Black Tiger. On the official wiki, it said he takes 3 magnum rounds to kill him. That's the best way to kill him. Or 1 flame round will kill him immediately.
It looks like a gift.
Yeah. Now we gotta wait for him to officially die. Get the fuck off there, fly. Because he will, if we wait long enough, spiders will come out of him, and then we'll have to just leave the room and come back
what
in.
was that item over there?
It's a knife we have to get. See, now spiders come out. If we don't wait for that to happen, he might still be alive. Because he might leave before he's officially dead. Which is bullshit.
I get it.
It's still, like, he's dead. He's on the ground dead. Now he's just gone. We can use explosive rounds and shit to open up these webs, but no point in wasting them. And I have not used the knife at all in this entire Let's Play. Now we knife these off. Because you can also, like, do this without actually fighting him. You can just run right past him.
Can't you shoot the door with a flame and then burn all the webs?
I don't think it burns all of them. I think it does, like, one at a time.
Well, that music wouldn't be unsettling if it was just the main tones and not that in the back.
I should have dropped shit in there.
This could be a nursery. Ooh, you know what they should have done? Resident Evil characters in the new Mortal Kombat game.
Alright.
That could work.
Yeah?
Boulder punching Chris, Wesker's styling a bit.
I wouldn't want Chris.
Come on, he's a big muscle man. He would be in the game.
Chris is the worst.
He would like have a move where he literally beats their faces off.
I gotta pee. So,
Are we pausing this?
you can try. Just, I'll be a second. Just talk for a few seconds.
Pause. Alright, yeah, no. But my idea with the stem Oculus Rift, like you pick up items, like in LA Noir, which was, I guess, a fairly recent Rockstar game where you play a detective in noir times in the 50s or whatever. I hate that game. It sucked real bad. But you could like look at items. Oh yeah, since you're a detective, you're like trying to get in the crime scene, discover shit, and there's like random shit lying on the ground, like a soda can, may or may not have anything to do with the crime that happened, and you can like reach down, look at it, pick it up, turn it in your hand, and then your character's like, circumstantial, this isn't evidence, and he'll put that shit down. Doesn't matter. But the whole point is like you can pick it up and like look at it. And he's doing it like canned animation, and you like twist it with the analog sticks, and you like twist it, and you go like zoom in just right. But with the Oculus Rift and the stem, you can actually pick stuff up in the game and look at it real close, and like maybe there's like some clues on there or something. I don't know. That'd be real cool.
Holding that in real life when they can't see you.
Cause okay, for those who can't see, I was picking up a remote and looking at it.
Alright, is it still going?
Yeah,
Alright. I'm back! So we talked about Oculus Rift while I was gone.
from his pee break.
I had to pee. I got bladder shit. Oh no, snakes.
It had to be snakes.
I don't know where those snakes come from. They're just like digging. The arc like digging snakes.
Digging up
Oh, wait.
them snakes.
Wrong way. Ah, shit! I forgot to get the metal out of there. Knew I forgot something.
Yeah, I could talk for days about VR possibilities.
I don't give a shit.
I'm excited.
I hope it's good. I have no faith that it will be.
He's excited for the possibility of a porno VR game.
I am excited for all future technological advancements in pornography.
If you haven't, go check out online that fake Oculus Rift ad where it's just some kid playing with it and there's like a bunch of naked girls. There's a big old butt that like clips into the room and he's looking at
Pretty
it.
fucking great.
Also, they have penis controllers. Like, you stick your penis in it, and it can tell.
I never. I was worried for a second that we might have to go all the way back into the mansion.
No one defeats Doom. Doom, the coolest Marvel villain.
It's Eagle Metal. Doom is like the only comic book character I give a remote shit about. Like, I don't like comic books, American comic books at all.
Doesn't like the style, doesn't like anything about him.
I like some of the stuff they do, like some of the scale stuff, like
What?
Flash turning into energy. That's
you
cool.
Complain about the scale? And
I
that's a
complain
joke.
about the inconsistency. I complain that's like some of the characters get on a crazy high scale, and then there's also just Daredevil, who's like hanging out in a neighborhood.
Yeah, because he's like a regular guy in comparison.
I
Like,
just-
not everyone is on the same scale, even in most universes.
But even like Doom does all this crazy shit and then gets beat by Squirrel Girl or something stupid.
Well, she's also a joke character.
Yeah, I don't like that they have these joke characters that are super legitimate.
She's not super legitimate. It's
She's
like you haven't
fighting
seen the
legitimate characters!
She's just it's the crossover thing, which you also don't like.
I like a good crossover. But I don't like
that's
it when...
just, that's just general crossover.
I don't
'Cause
like
in
when
anime-
crossover is all that there is.
In anime, it's not all that there is. It's just like they're putting a huge focus on it all the time.
I hate that.
Like everything takes place in the same universe.
That's my biggest problem with all comic books, is that everything has to just make sense in the same universe, which it just
It's
doesn't.
not that it does, it's just that it takes place in the same universe, and they don't always try to make it make sense.
Yeah. Either way, I don't like comic books. I've come around to not saying that they're bad.
The biggest problem is the continuity. Continuity in that everything keeps taking place in the same universe forever.
It's like since the fucking 40s or whatever, the 50s.
They did reboot DC, I think, with the New 52.
Yeah, they just recently redid that.
But I don't know what's going on, but people keep complaining about it.
Yeah, I heard things are like really different. People don't like a lot of the characters.
And then second problem is different writers all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Different writers, different artists.
The main argument that made me hate comic books even more is like when you said, imagine if Gurren Lagann had to keep going and changed writers all the time.
Like, that would be terrible.
That would be the worst fucking thing, because
They
I
have,
love
like,
Gurren Lagann. And
They
it's
had
so
a
perfect.
specific plan with it, and they executed it, and then the series ended, and that was it. Closure.
Yeah, we don't need to keep it going.
Like, big, bad story, like, huge shit happens. What's Superman doing next week?
It's also one of my biggest issues with Iron Man 3, in that
Avengers.
If
all
the
that shit that
Avengers-
happened.
like, why weren't they helping out? The president was fucking in trouble. Captain America should have been in this.
Yeah, that's the whole things being in the same universe.
It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm always thinking, like, they're busy, or they have no idea what's going on with that.
Well, they should get their shit together, because
Maybe
they're
they
a
got-
team.
Well, no, they're not a team all the time. Iron Man takes a break and does Iron Man stuff.
Still, they should have some kind of, like, alert system. What's Samuel Jackson doing that he's not, like,
Shield stuff.
getting it together? Like,
Yeah.
isn't S.H.I.E.L.D. concerned with national security?
Paperwork.
Isn't that their whole thing?
They're kind of concerned with everything. So, like, they'll do some intel, like, oh, Iron Man's got this shit on lock.
Yeah, the president. You got the president on
He
lock.
did it. He saved him.
He almost died!
Well, Don Cheadle was there to help out.
And everybody knew Iron Man was having a bunch of, like, emotional issues.
Maybe that's why the Avengers were like, hey, fuck him for
He
now.
needs to work
He'll
his
figure
problems
that shit out.
Let's let the president maybe die.
Maybe they were busy saving the world themselves from something else.
Well, why weren't we seeing that?
Because we're gonna when the movie comes out.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, Super Sentai.
I'm actually kind of excited because he does look like a Kamen Rider, and that's pretty dope.
Ant-Man's kind of a dick. And, like,
Really?
a lot of things. Not like Superman being a dick funny, but like Ant-Man beating his wife being a dick. That's a joke in the Ultimates.
Viewers out there, go look up what is the website, Super Dickory.
Yeah, superdickory.com.
Superdickory.com. It's like this period in Superman comics where he wasn't really doing anything important, so we just went around making mischief.
Just being an asshole and teaching people lessons.
They're so fucking good.
There's like they will just show like covers, and like one is Superman standing in front of a fire hydrant spewing out water, and then a bunch of people around him. Superman, please give us the water. And he's like, no one gets a drop. Just doesn't let them drink the water.
We'll annotate a link, so you can check that out.
Like one of the best ones, Superman sitting on a throne, and he's like, every nation in the world will have this flag, and it's just like a blue flag with the Superman logo.
I like the ones
Superman, King of Earth,
where he's just like making minor trouble for this one guy.
Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen.
His regular guy pal.
It's like, Superman, I don't want to marry this giant gorilla, but too
I'm
bad.
the witch doctor.
I'm a local witch doctor, and you're now pronounced man and wife.
It's ridiculous.
Alright, here we gotta use this computer, and we gotta put in the password and username.
She has 3 fingers on her right hand.
No, her middle two are like touched together. You can see, if you look really closely, you can see. Alright, so now what's my login name?
Made their own guest.
John. I can't press right, so I just gotta keep pressing left.
They made their own OS.
Yep, it's Umbrella OS. And what's the password?
Hope you don't have to use a backspace. Or a period.
Ada.
Ada Wong!
Yep,
The woman in the red dress.
yep. It's all foreshadowing. So, like, as a kid, I saw that shit, and it was like, holy shit, it's Ada when she was in 2. So I was paying attention to that shit.
So is that a retcon in universe of their computer systems being better?
What?
Because this takes place in 98. When did the other games take place?
I think around the same time.
But their computer systems, as we've seen in the games and the movies, are much better than this.
Yeah.
So that's just... time is not consistent.
It's not consistent.
Look at this shit.
I had to put in the password mole to unlock that door.
This OS probably runs off a floppy disk.
Probably does. Look at this computer.